What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 47 of me scaling my AI agency from $0 to $100,000. In today's video, I'm going to go over exactly what I did today, kind of just more like a raw reflection on today's video. I don't have time to get into the notepad. We got too much shit going on. We're still at $6,000 cash collected. We had a sales call today. We actually had a crazy opportunity come down the pipe, which is super huge. We sent out a proposal for it today. It's a little $5,000 play on the docket. We're super confident in it, so it's going to be a cool thing to see if that materializes. So we did that today. A lot of sales focused. Call was good. It was a 50-minute conversation, pretty long. I felt like the process behind it was really good. The talk track, everything like that was pretty solid. A crazy thing that blew my mind is they did like $850 in revenue the year prior, and they ended up taking home, I think their profit margins are like 20%, bro. It's like 20% of like 800. It's like 200 grand, something like that. So that's take home with two people in the business, 100 grand each with expenses. They didn't have money just laying around. Pitched them on one vertical, very skeptical about ads, just like super skeptical about ads. One thing that really bottlenecked me in the call was the partner objection. She had a partner. I kind of gauged that from early in the call. So she kind of came in with the frame like, yeah, I'm just shopping around, talking to companies. I knew that was bullshit because at the end of the call, she asked me questions about like the ad creative side and how that whole process works. Like, oh, like, are we going to be creating the ads? How is that going to work? Just kind of like confused, not confused, but just curious. I think I went a little too in the weeds with the process explanation. Just a little too in the weeds. I think the old way, new way is not, it's like I'm not trying to sell them on a VSL. You know what I mean? So I think getting rid of some of that stuff, kind of cutting down the presentation slightly would be a good idea. I guess I could show you guys the Prezi. Let me do this. All right, so let me show y'all real quick what this looks like. It's a packed ass mirror board. All right, so this is kind of what we're showing them. So I'm thinking about getting rid of, so this part kind of giving some context on our story. I think we could potentially snag this part out of here, just kind of show them the digital showroom. I think old way and new way we can get rid of as well. And I think just going right into the process is ideal here. Literally just going right into the showroom. I think this process overview is really nice. I like every breakdown piece here. She caught it really well. I think that was good. I think going into the split is good. I think the timeline is solid, but I think the timeline was good. Communication protocol, I think that's good, like logistical stuff, kind of keeping it in mind. It's like, this is like the middle. So like the timeline and like the communication protocol, they're not going to really remember it. They're going to understand the process, right? Which I could even simplify this even more. And then we have the proof. So we show the case study. I'm thinking about potentially moving this first and making this way better of a case study video. So moving this to the front and making this like the first thing we show them before, actually maybe like right after the digital showroom. And then we could probably move the split after the guarantee. Just be like, okay, so like just to clarify, you're not doing literally any work. And I would probably simplify this section, make it simpler. And then probably make the timeline slightly simpler. And then, yeah, and then we have our packages, which I think this was a great addition personally when it came to like the actual sales call, showcasing like kind of anchoring at like, hey, you know, we have packages upwards of 20,000. But since you're looking to kind of just start here, I pitched her on the bronze, which is kind of like interactive. It shows them what they get. And then we have like the investment option with it, which I think it's a super strong pitch deck for sure. And then we have like next steps. But I think simplifying this slightly, and then I think fixing a couple things within the sales framework slightly as well could be ideal. So definitely getting the partner question out of the way is going to be super important because, I mean, we want to make sure we're talking to decision makers, right, that are ready to move forward. So I think just like probably adding a question as well in the call, like temp checking, like, are you ready to move forward and partner up on this if the ROI makes sense, you know, kind of before we even show them the process. And I think showcasing the proof after we showcase the process and then go into their numbers, then go into the split behind it, and then, or no, go into their number. Wait. The process, guarantee. So no, process, proof, projections. But I don't know. I don't know if this is super relevant. We could probably just kind of keep this like bird's eye. This could be a part of technically the digital showroom section. And then we could also have like the timeline behind this as a part of it. And then we could probably just get rid of the communication protocol. I don't mind it. But like realistically, if they watch the middle of funnel videos before the call, they already know we communicate on WhatsApp. They already know about this 95-5 split. So probably just like making it simplified in terms of framing it. And then case study, good. Probably just enlighten the case study slightly a little bit more. And then showcasing their numbers is good. Guarantee partnerships, like how our model actually works, that's good. And then yeah, obviously recommending the option based on where they're at is ideal as well. So like anchoring at 20K is our highest offer and having some downsells options as well. But yeah, other than that, I think the flow of the call is really good. We have a follow-up with her. She's just like really financially constrained. And I think she would have closed if she didn't have a partner that wasn't on the call with us, who is what it sounds like just as skeptical with this stuff as we are, or as she is. And yeah, so she just was kind of literally coming up with a bunch of excuses before I even pitched her as to why she like probably won't do this. So I just gotta, what I've learned for myself is like from a sales call perspective, I'm good with literally everything in discovery, but the only thing that I need to really work on is pre-handling objections and then handling objections post-pitch. That's pretty much all I need to work on. I just got to figure out how to get my talk tracks in line for that, like for the different situations I'm seeing on calls. That way I don't kind of just submit to saying, yeah, we'll just loop up and follow up. You know what I mean? So like that way I can actually kind of push back confidently, like knowing what I need to say, which I think is a good thing. Like that's just like kind of the biggest bottleneck I've seen with my sales process so far. So just working on that. We got another shot tomorrow. And then we also have, I'm recording this a little early and I'm not super prepared because we have a snowstorm coming here and we have some clients that we've done snow removal for. So we're going to do that to just cash some checks, kind of get some cash flow coming in any way we can, which I think the timing's pretty fucking good right now. So we're gonna do that. And then we have a meeting with our mentor tomorrow. And then I have a sales call in the afternoon and potentially might even have our client check-in call tomorrow morning as well. So good opportunities, a lot of touches on deck, realizing that we have the best funnel out there. I've seen a lot of guys. I haven't seen a lot of guys. I saw another guy's ad today. It was fucking trash. Terrible ad, talking head ad. And then he sent them to like a survey with no video. I think the survey questions were pretty solid, but like, yeah, I don't know if we need to ask like gross. I think we need to start talking in terms of profit on these because profit's really all that matters, right? Cash in your pocket at the end of the day. So probably switching the talk track to be more profit talks, like net. And then potentially even asking on the form instead of gross profits, we can ask like, okay, what was your net revenue? And then potentially like, how much do you have liquid in the bank? I don't know. I don't want to make it like too frictionized on the top of funnel, but like getting answers to questions that would be nice to know before the sales call. You know what I mean? So like, it would be kind of stupid to have like, are you the business owner on there? But I think knowing their revenue is nice because we can kind of like pre-qualify them. But at the same time, like everyone's kind of in a different situation. You know what I mean? So like this girl was trying to push like sound systems and that's something we haven't necessarily ran ads for, but I know it would still work. So just, yeah, it's just an interesting process, I guess you could say, in terms of like just kind of gauging it, right? Like we're just trying to get skin in the game right now. Like that's the fourth sales call we've taken for this, but she showed, which is good. So we're not having a problem with no shows, which is huge. It's really just like, can we just hit the finish line, right? Like the home stretch, we just had to bring it home. It's like we're just hitting triples to fucking third, but we're not hitting no homers. Like we're not. Like you only hit a home run so often, right? We got to start tagging up. We got to start fucking pushing the home plate and stealing and trying to make it happen before the end of the inning. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of where it's at. Like we're not even using the outs, So like just getting the home stretch, bro. Like we're doing everything else right. We just got to get to the home stretch. I think making a couple optimizations in a couple areas and we're going to be in a good spot. I think another big thing that we really need to focus on is getting our Instagram and Facebook and YouTube presence dialed in for this specific niche. So really looking into the content marketing side of things, essentially making that our website. I know our mentor was basically talking about like, oh, you guys should have a website, blah, blah, blah. I think what we should have is just our social media as our website. Instagram is your website, tells you everything you need. I think Instagram's a better website. Facebook's kind of just Facebook. Pull everybody into Instagram. That's where we want them to be. And then YouTube's like the case studies. Ideally, we just fill it with case studies. That'd be super cool. But YouTube is just like the trust engine. You know what I mean? Like it's more of a middle funnel for people that come in organically. It could be top too, but I think middle funnel is good. Just kind of like deeper process stuff. But yeah, content marketing is just going to be a great way to kind of just coexist with this process. I think it'll be super huge. Other than that, we're in a good spot. This girl didn't even remember why she booked in a call with me. So that was kind of weird. Like she literally booked it in yesterday. I was just kind of like, what? So that was weird. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just like you see all different types of prospects in sales and you just like kind of just got to gauge it out, right? So that's kind of what we were doing. And yeah. So that's where we are at today. So tomorrow's actions, we're going to get up early in the morning. make a couple quick bucks, and then we're going to go to our mentor meeting and potentially have a call with our client in the morning. We'll see. Might have to flex that. I think the client call would probably be more important than the meeting. And then we have that sales call at 1 p.m. I believe it's either 1 or 2 p.m. With someone who's pretty, from a financial perspective, unqualified, 0 to 500,000 gross revenue last year. So if his margins are like this girl's margins, bro has not made a lot. So like 150 grand in profit. But I mean, could still get him on something, right? Like 5 grand, 10 grand ain't much. And I think dialing in the ad spend as well. So like our ROI calculator, which I can show you guys here. It's right now it's optimized for what we typically start our partners at, which is 3 grand in ad spend. But I think we can definitely optimize it a little bit. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a live kind of interactive. So she said like 3 grand would be a hell of a stretch. So I couldn't even like bring it down to 1,500. So like being able to bring it down to 1,500 would be super good. And then probably getting rid of this cost. I guess cost per consult's important to have, so you have a metric to base off the revenue from. But other than that, this is a big selling point on calls too, I think. So, but simplifying this, making sure we can get down to 50 a day if needed, if they're targeting one vertical. But I will say, I think this call went a lot better. I felt a lot more structured. I just think getting rid of this section here and kind of just like maybe just leading off with a case study, like just hella results and proof up front, like, hey, we know what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. I think still having this section, like us being the infrastructure partners is good. And then digital showroom, showcasing the process is good. I think maybe simplifying slightly. And then this is still good to have. And then, yeah, I think going even potentially leading with proof right away could be nice. Then it kind of braces them for the system. And then I might even just optimize this proof stuff. And then, yeah, from there, I think everything other than that is pretty good. We just got to simplify it slightly and we should be solid for tomorrow's call. So, yeah, and then we still have ads going, $30 a day. We're almost out of our spend. I think we got like 2 days left of spending. So ideally, we get at least one more call on the calendar, if not 2, within the next day or 2, potentially even for the weekend. That'd be pretty cool. And then we can go from there. Yeah, see what we can do. So we got a lot of opportunities just sitting in the pipeline right now. We got about, 5 figures in opportunities just chilling. We're just kind of waiting for it to materialize, and obviously doing our best we can that we can get cash flow up front with the sales calls, which we're there. Like we're so close. Like the sales process is almost there. I like how it's more interactive here with like show, don't tell. And now I think we just have to clean it up a little bit. This was our first run at it, but I feel like the pitch process is good. Showcasing the price is really good. So it's visual. They can see it. And then I think we just got to clean up a little bit of the presentation to make it more proof driven, visual driven, and shorter and just simpler. And yeah, we should be good from there. So that's the plan. Tomorrow, get this optimized. I'm going to set out, I'm going to send out some messages to our pipeline right now for the snow side. We're going to see if we make like $500. That'd be pretty cool. And then we're supposed to get like 30 inches of snow here later this weekend, like Sunday. So that could be crazy, Chetty, but I don't even know if I'm trying to remove fucking 3 feet of snow. Ideally, we have a deal closed by then, so we don't even got to worry about that. But yeah, that's where we were at, guys. Just chugging along, just keeping on, man. That's really all you can do at the end of the day. Just making the most out of the opportunities and the at-bats that we have. And I mean, I think we're not absolutely making the most out of them, but the goal is to squeeze out what we can based on what we're doing. So it's just like reps, right? It's just getting reps in, watching game film and figuring out how we can be better is really the name of the games. Yeah, that's where we're at, guys. This was day 47. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, got some value from it. It was kind of just a rant, but maybe you got some value from it. Subscribe to follow the journey to 0 to 100,000. We've stalled out. We need to get momentum back. We're almost there. Like we're literally one deal away from being able to put a lot of money into this machine so we can start scaling. That's really where we're at right now. Once we get that, we're going to be ready to rock. And yeah, we're going to take this to the moon. So 100K is coming soon. This is just the raw reality of it, bro. Like you just got to do your best. I'm not paying a mentor to show me exactly how to do this, like I'm just learning as I go from the trenches. So that's why I hope you guys get value from this type of stuff. Drop me a comment down below if you have any questions, insights, thoughts. Would love to hear from you. And then if you want to connect with me on Instagram, I have my link in the description. If you want to connect with me or potentially get mentorship from me and get help starting your own agency here. Obviously, I don't have the big financial, stuff in here, but I'm actually doing this like a lot of other gurus can't say they have, and they're not actively in the field doing it. So yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys for day 48. It should be a good one. Take care.